Chapter 2 Landforms. This summer vacation, Devang went to Nainital with his parents. He was astonished to see the mountains, hills and lakes. When he returned, he noticed plains, flat land in his own town. He was very surprised to see these differences. He asked his father about this. His father said that the surface of the earth varies at different places. At some places it is high and at some places it is flat. Some parts of the lithosphere are rugged too. These variations on the surface of the earth are known as relief features or landforms. These landforms are a result of two processes, the internal forces and the external forces. The internal process is known as endogenic forces and the external forces are known as the exogenic forces. The internal movement is the process taking place inside the earth. It leads to the upliftment and sinking of the earth's surface at several places. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are caused by internal process or endogenic forces. These forces are also known as tectonic forces. External or exogenic forces takes place on the earth's surface. This is continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. The wearing away of the earth's surface is called erosion. The surface is being lowered by the process of erosion and rebuilt by the process of deposition. These two processes, erosion and rebuilding, are carried out by raining water, ice and wind. The exogenic forces are also known as gradational forces. Following three major types of landforms are formed on the earth: mountains, plateaus, plains. Let's know more about these major landforms one by one. Mountains. Mountains are landforms which rise higher than 900 meters above the sea level. They are highly elevated land having steep slopes and high peaks. They have a small summit and a border base. They are considerably higher than the surrounding area. Mountains arranged in a line are also known as range. Many mountain systems consist of a series of parallel ranges extending over hundreds of kilometers. The Himalayas, the Alps and the Andes are mountain ranges of Asia, Europe and South America respectively. According to these formations, mountains have been classified into three main kinds. These are fold mountains, block mountains and volcanic mountains. Fold mountains. Fold mountains are formed when the land in between is pushed up due to pressure. This result is a wave-like formation. A simple fold mountain has downfolds or valley called synclines and upfold or ridges called anticlines. There are many old fold mountains in the world. Aravalli and Appalachians are examples of old fold mountains. Most fold mountains are formed on the margin of the continent. Himalayas is an exception. The Aravalli range in India is one of the oldest fold mountains in the world. Did you know? The highest mountain peak of the world, Mount Everest, is in the Himalayas. It is situated in Nepal and called Sagarmatha there. Fold mountains have the following features. Fold mountains are considered the youngest mountains in the world. Most of the fold mountains have formed from sedimentary rocks. Fold mountains are arc-shaped. The length of the fold mountains is more in comparison to their width. On the basis of their time or origin, there are two types of fold mountains. Young fold mountains. Some fold mountain ranges are called young fold mountains as they were formed only 60 to 70 million years ago. Young fold mountains have high and conical peaks. They have steep slopes and also narrow and deep valleys. Himalayas, Alps, Andes, Rockies and Alvarez Mountains and the Great Dividing Range are examples of young fold mountains. Old fold mountains. The fold mountains which were formed much earlier than 60 to 70 million years are called old fold mountains. These mountains are low, they have gradual slopes and their peaks are round-shaped. The Aravalli, the Ural and the Appalachian are some old fold mountains. Block mountains. Block mountains are formed when two plates pushing against each other cause pressure which results in a fracture. These fractures are commonly called fault. The horizontal tensional crust cause faults to develop. The process of fracture appearing in the rocks is called tapprogeny. The block mountains form in the following ways. When the block between two faults is raised above the surrounding level. When the block between two faults subside below the surrounding level, the uplifted blocks are termed as horsts, and the lower blocks are called graben. The block mountains have flat tops and steep slopes. The Rhine Valley and the Vosges Mountain in Europe are examples of block mountain system. Salt mountain ranges of Pakistan and Sierra Nevada in California, USA are also examples of block mountains. In India, the Vindhya ranges and the Satpura ranges are examples of block mountains. Valley. A valley is an elongated, low area lying between hills or mountains. A valley usually has a river at the bottom. Valleys are formed in V-shape and in I-shape. V-shaped valleys are the most common types of valley. Some valleys are very deep with steep walls. These are called gorges and they resemble the English letter I. There are U-shaped valleys too. These valleys are curved out by glaciers. U-shaped valleys are formed in snow-cropped mountain ranges. Rift Valley. Rift valleys are formed due to faulting. Rift valleys are also called Garber. These are caused by the vertical and horizontal movements in the Earth's crust. The formation of the rift takes place in the following two ways. When the block between two faults subsides. When two blocks get uplifted on either side. When two blocks get uplifted on the either side of the faults. Did you know? One of the world's deepest carbon with over 1,000 meters of down thrown is Mount Unzen volcanic complex in southern Japan. Usually rift valleys are long, narrow and very deep and are bounded by block mountains. The Rhine Rift Valley is a tropical example of rift valley. It is bounded by Vosges and the block forest. Valley of the Nile is also famous. In India, the Narmada Valley, the Tapti Valley and the Damodar Valley are examples of rift valley. The Great Rift Valley of Africa is a well-known example of rift valley. It stretches from Lake Malawi on one end and the Dead Sea on the other end. The depressed part of this valley has a number of volcanic mountains. Volcanic mountains are formed due to volcanic activity. Such mountains are formed when hot, molten rocks, magma, found deep within the earth, erupts through opening or vents in the crust and piles upon the surface. On cooling, ash and lava build a cone of rock. Such volcanoes are located in the Pacific, northwest of the North America and in Japan. They are typically steep side cones that are built up around a central vents. Mountains like Mount Fujiyama, Japan, Mount Mayon, Philippines, Mount Merapi, Sumatra, Mount Bab and Mount Cotopaxi, Ecuador are the examples of volcanic mountains. Etna and Vesuvius, Italy and Kilimanjaro, Africa are other famous examples of volcanic mountains. Importance of mountains. The following points explain the importance of mountains. Rivers originate from the glaciers of the mountains. Reservoirs are made and the water is harnessed for the use of people. Water from the mountains is also used for irrigation and generation of hydroelectricity. The river valleys and terraces are ideal for cultivation of crops. Mountains are important and attractive tourist destinations and health reports. People visit the mountains for their scenic beauty. Mountains give opportunities to people for adventurous sports like paragliding, hang gliding, river rafting, and skiing are popular in the mountains. Mountains have a rich valley of flora and fauna. The forests of mountains provide fuel, fodder, shelter, and other produces like gum, resin, etc. Mountains act like a barrier to hot and cold winds. Plateaus. A plateau is an elevated land. It is a flat-topped tableland standing above the surrounding area. A plateau may have one or more sides with steep slope. Plateaus may vary in highest from a few hundred meters to several thousand meters above sea level. Plateaus are formed by geographical forces such as tectonic or volcanic action and also due to erosion caused by wind and rain. The Deccan Plateau in India is one of the oldest plateaus. The East African Plateau in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda and the Western Plateau of Australia are other examples. The Tibetan Plateau is the highest plateau in the world. The Tibetan Plateau is surrounded by mountains. Most of the plateaus do not retain their original formation as they undergo constant erosion process. Did you know? The Tibetan Plateau has been named the roof of the world with the highest of 4,000 to 6,000 meters above the mean sea level. It is also known as the Qinghai Tibetan Plateau. Types of plateaus. Plateaus are classified into 4 groups on the basis of their formation. They are Intermountain Plateau, Piedmont Plateau, Continental Plateau, Volcanic Plateau. Intermount Plateau. High pressure surrounded by mountains on all sides are called intermount plateaus. Intermount plateaus are the highest and the largest plateau in the world. The plateau of Tibet in Asia is the highest intermount plateau in the world. It lies between Himalayas and Kunluns. The Bolivian plateaus lies between 2 ranges of the Andes Mountains. East African Plateau in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda are other examples of intermount plateaus. Piedmont Plateau. These plateaus lie between mountain ranges on one side and the sea or plains on the other side. The Patagonian Plateau of South America and the Appalachian Plateaus are examples of such plateaus. Continental Plateau. Continental plateaus are formed when the magma below the lithosphere or from the sea pushes the crust on top but is unable to break through. It results in the upliftment of the entire flat land above it. The Chota Nagpur Plateau of India is an example of continental plateau. The plateau regions of South Africa, West Australia, Greenland and Antarctica are examples of continental plateaus. Continental plateaus are rich in minerals. The Deccan Plateau of India is rich in deposits of coal, iron and manganese. Plateaus of Africa has diamonds, copper and gold. Volcanic plateaus. Volcanic or lava plateaus are formed due to the deposition of volcanic materials as a result of fluid flows. Such plateaus are formed by successive solidified layers of lava spread over thousands of kilometers. In India, the Deccan Plateau and the Malwa Plateau are examples of volcanic plateau. Andhran Plateau of Northern Ireland and the Columbia Plateau in the USA are other examples of volcanic plateaus. Importance of plateaus. Following are some points which tell the importance of plateaus. Plateaus are rich in mineral deposits. As a result, many of the mining areas in the world are located in the plateau areas. Industries based on minerals are also located in and around the plateau area. This generates employment in the locality. The East African plateaus in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda are famous for gold and diamond mining. They are also famous for copper, manganese and chromium. In India, huge reservoirs of iron, coal and manganese are found in the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Plateaus are famous tourist spot especially because of waterfalls. In India, the Hunru Falls on the Chota Nagpur Plateau on the river Subarnarekha and the Jog Falls on river Shravati in Karnataka are examples of such waterfalls. Waterfalls on plateaus are also used for hydroelectric power. The lava plateaus are rich in black soil that is fertile and good for cultivation. Plains. Plains are large stretches of flat land. They are generally not more than 200 meters above the sea level. Some plains are extremely leveled, others may be slightly rolling and undulating. Most of the plains are formed by rivers and their tributaries. The rivers and their tributaries deposit sediments such as gravel, sand, clay and silt. This deposition results in the formation of plains. The Indo-Gangetic Plains of India, the Nile Basin of Egypt and the Mississippi Basin of North America are well-known types of plains. On the basis of location and origin, plains are classified under the following headings: structural plains, erosional plains, depositional plains. Structural plains. The structural plains are formed due to upliftment or subsidence of the seafloors bordering the coast. They are structurally low-lying grassland in the USA. Great Plains of the USA and the central lowlands of Australia are examples of structural plains. In India, the eastern coastal plain is structural plain. Erosional plain. Such plains are formed by the action of the forces of erosion like wind, rain, running water, ice, etc. These forces of erosion erode higher levels of land for years. Such plains are called peneplains. The erosional plains are never smooth. They have undulated surface with isolated low hills. The Aravalli region of India and the West Siberian plains are examples of erosional plains. The interior plains of Canada have been downcut by erosion. Depositional plains. Depositional plains are formed by depositional agents like glaciers, rivers and river distributaries. The deposits accumulate over a long period of time to form depositional plains. Alluvial plains, floodplains and delta plains are examples of such plains. Alluvial plains are formed by the deposition of silt, gravel, particles of sand, etc. by rivers which accumulate over time. The plains of Ganga in India, Mississippi Plains and plains of Yangtze in China are formed by river deposits. Plains of China and Argentina are formed by wind. The wind blows loess or fine particles of loess, dust and silt from the deserts of barren surfaces and deposits them to form these plains. Did you know? The Gobi Desert of China is so cold that in winter it shows and sometimes frost covers the dunes. The Gobi Desert is famous for discovery of dinosaur species. Importance of plains. The following points explain the importance of plains. Houses are mostly built in plains. Plains offer various opportunities to people. So, there is a great concentration of people in plains. Rivers of plains bring alluvial soil, making the plains fertile. The land of plains is highly productive for cultivation. In India, too, the Indo-Gangetic plains are very productive. Plains are generally formed near rivers, hence, water is easily available. In plains, it is easy to develop roads, railways, and canal system. Trade flourishes well in plains as mode of cheap transport are easily available there. Landforms and people. People have been living on different kinds of landforms in different ways. There are more settlements in plains as life in mountains areas is difficult. It is very easy to grow crops, build a house on a road in plains in comparison to mountains. Plains offer better conditions of living. People also live on plateaus and high mountains. Some people also live in areas which are prone to natural disasters like volcanic erosion, earthquakes and floods. Sometimes widespread destructions are caused due to earthquakes, volcanic erosions, storms and floods in these areas. Scientific information and advanced technology help in reducing the effect of disaster. Nature has given us many things. Humans use land and water recklessly. We use land in a waterful manner. For example, constructing houses on a fertile land. We also pollute the land and water by dumping garbage. It is high time that we change our attitude. We must take steps to conserve the natural resources. It is our duty to leave the earth a better place for our future generations. We can do this by, we can do these only by using the natural resources judiciously. Comparison between the life in the mountains and life in plains. Life in mountains, life in plains. In mountains, life has always been challenging. Scope of economic activities is less. Agriculture is difficult to practice because of steep and rigid slopes. Life in plains is easy. There is a vast expanse of large flat land suitable for agriculture. There is a lack of infrastructure like roads, houses, and railways in mountains. Plains have sufficient basic infrastructure. These infrastructures make life easy. People in mountains always have some threats to their life. Landslides, cloudburst, and wild animal can endanger their lives at any time. There is no such risk in plains. Absence of risk makes life happy, and people also contribute towards the development of the society. Rearing of animals like yaks, sheep, mules, and llamas is normal. In plains, there are large pastures and these result in the development of cattle farms. Star points. Mountains, plains, and plateaus are major landforms on the earth. These landforms are a result of two processes: the internal forces and the external forces. The internal forces are known as endogenic forces. The external forces are known as the exogenic forces. Mountains are highly elevated land having steep slope and high peaks. Fold mountains are formed when the land in between is pushed up due to pressure. A plateau is an elevated land. Intermountain plateau, Piedmont plateau, continental plateau, and volcanic plateau are types of plateau. People have been living on different kinds of landforms in different ways. New words. Endogenic, formed or occurring beneath the surface of the earth. Exogenic, formed or occurring on the surface of the earth. Depressed, hollow place on the surface of something specially ground. Undulate, to have movement or appearance of a wave. Judiciously, doing something visually careful.